Yeah, good evening everyone. So welcome back to our channel. So today, right now in this session, we are going to discuss about 10th class mathematics concept. So that is about the name of the topic which we are going to discuss right now is about finding out the HCF. So finding out the HCF. So first of all, we need to know how to find the HCF for the given two numbers. In what way we can find the HCF for the given numbers, and what are the two techniques which are involved in finding out the HCF, and what do you mean by that HCF. So these are the basic concepts which we are going to discuss right now in this session. So once again I am revealing the topic name. So this is the topic which comes under 10th class mathematics, the unit number 1, that is about the real numbers. Okay, so in that real numbers we need to concentrate on the topic of HCF. So before going to start about this HCF, first of all we need to know the introduction of real numbers. So till now we have discussed about the integers, natural numbers, fractions, decimal numbers, whole numbers, integers. So like that we have discussed. But right now we need to know what is the meaning of real numbers. So in general, real numbers is defined as the combination of both rational and irrational. Okay, once again I am revealing the name. Real numbers is nothing but the numbers which are the combination of both rational and irrational numbers. So rational numbers and irrational numbers together they are called as a real numbers. So again we need to know what is the meaning of a rational number. So already in the 8th class you may have learnt about the concept of rational number. So rational number is nothing but any number which can be written in the form of p by q. It means that a number which can be expressed in terms of numerator and denominator. It means that p by q form. That number is said to be a rational number. And irrational number is nothing but just opposite to the rational number. Any number which cannot be expressed in terms of p by q. That number is said to be irrational numbers. So now by combining these two, so combining means both rational and irrational, if we could combine together, we will get the real number. So now directly let us enter into the main concept, how to find the HCF. So if you could look at the board, you will be able to find the heading, how to find HCF. So first of all, we need to know what is the meaning of HCF. So first of all, HCF means H stands for highest. Okay, once again stress the word. H stands for highest and C stands for common, F stands for factor. Okay, highest common factor. So HCF stands for highest common factor. So that is the main basic point which we need to know before finding the HCF for the given number. So HCF stands for highest common factor. In the name itself it is saying that we need to trace out the first common factors. For example, if they give any 3 to 4 numbers, if we want to calculate the HCF, for example, first of all we need to draw all the factors. In that factors, common factors you have to take it out. So that is the meaning of the highest common factor for the given numbers. Okay. For this HCF, highest common factors, generally there are two different ways in which we can find out the HCF. Okay, listen carefully. There are two different ways in which we can find out the HCF for the given numbers. So how many ways? Two different ways. Listen carefully. Okay, highest common factor for the given numbers can be found out by following two different ways. Though what are the two different ways? Means the first way in which we can go to find out the HCF is about the prime factorization. Okay, please pay your attention. The first method which we are going to prefer to find out the HCF is, first method is called prime factorization. Very important method. So till from 8th, 9th, 10th standard, so this method is going to be followed in each and every class. Okay, so prime factorization is one of the important methods, so which helps us to find out the HCF. And not only HCF, for finding out the LCM also we can prefer prime factorization. So this prime factorization is a technique or the method which is helpful in finding out the HCF and both LCM. And again, LCM means least common multiple. LCM stands for least common multiple and HCF stands for highest common factor. So these two concepts means HCF and LCM can be found out by using a first technique called prime factorization. And again we need to know what is the meaning of prime factorization. Prime factorization, here one word is there. If you could observe the word prime, so it means that using only prime numbers. Prime numbers means what do you mean by the prime numbers? Again there is one more question, that what do you mean by prime factorization? In that prime factorization, so what do you mean by the word prime number? Okay, already since 7th class you may learn about the prime numbers, composite numbers, even numbers, odd numbers. So correct or not? So here the word prime number is nothing but so a number which is having the factor of 1 and itself. Okay, 1 and itself. So there is no any other factor, only 1 and itself. For example, if you take the number 11, so what are the factors of 11? So the other tables are not possible. So only first table and itself means 11th table. So for example, if you take 13 and again if you take the number 13, so what are the common ways in which you can find the factors of 13 means, so 13 is possible only in one table and next itself 13 table. So those numbers are said to be a prime number. So the number which is having the factor of 1 and itself. 1 and itself means 1 means one table, itself means the same number will be repeated. For example 17. So 17 also it will be possible only first table and 17 table. So 1 and itself again. And if you could take 7 and 7 will be possible only one table and 7 table. So like that 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. So like these numbers are said to be a prime numbers. So right now the definition is ready for everyone. So prime numbers means the numbers which are having the factors of 1 and itself. So 1 and itself. So those numbers are said to be prime numbers. So the examples of the prime numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17 and so on and 19. Okay, so like that these numbers are said to be prime numbers. The reason why these numbers are called prime numbers means these numbers are having only the factors of 1 and itself. So there are no any other numbers which are possible to become the factors of the numbers. Is it clear or not? So this is called as a prime factorization. So using these numbers only we need to find the HCF. So that is the technique number 1. Are you getting the point or not? So prime factorization is nothing but the factors which can be useful by using the numbers of 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 19, 17. So by using these numbers only we are going to find out the HCF. So that is one of the important method. Okay. And next, coming to the second method, if you could observe the saffron color, orange color, there is a second method called equaloid division lemma method. Is very important. We can expect a 1 mark or any 2 marks question in 10th class examination. So what is the second method we are calling? Equaloid division lemma method. Is very important. So exclusively this concept will be covered in the next video class. Okay, is it clear or not? So let us now consider about the importance of the HCF. Okay, exclusively this equaloid division lemma method will be discussed in the upcoming video classes. Okay, so finally we can say that HCF can be found by using 2 methods, that is about the prime factorization method and the second one equaloid division lemma method. So if you could observe the prime factorization, how can we find out? Okay, let us take 2 numbers. If you could observe on the board, you will be able to find 2 important numbers. For example, let us take any 2 numbers. So here I have taken 2 numbers, 12 and 60. Now listen carefully everyone. With this example, it is very clear to you in what way we can find out the HCF. Okay, so let us take 2 numbers. So the first number I have taken as 12 and the second number I have taken 60. Okay, for 12 and 60 we can find out the factors for the 12. Okay, for example 12 can be written as 2 square into 3 power 1. Correct or not? So 2 square means, if you could observe on the board here, so 12 is equal to 2 square. 2 square means 4 into 3 power 1. 3 power 1 means 3. So 3 into 4. So 3 into 4 gives the 12. So this 12 can be replaced with 2 and 3 in terms of 2 square and 3 power 1. So finally we can say that this 2 and 3 belongs to prime factors. Correct or not? But the given number is a composite number. So here I have taken the 12. 12 is a composite number. So this composite number can be expressed as a product of 2 prime numbers. Correct or not? So here 2 is one of the prime number and 3 is one of the prime number. So by combining these 2 prime numbers, it means that the product of 2 prime numbers, it will give you one composite number. Correct or not? So finally this 12 can be written as the product of 2 prime numbers, that is about 2 square into 3 power 1. So 2 square means 4 and 3 power 1 means 3. So finally 4 into 3, 12. And next coming to 60. And the same number 60 I have taken here. So 60 is again a composite number. So this 60 can be written as 2 square into 3 power 1 into 5 power 1. So 2 square into 3 power 1. 2 square means 4 into 3 power 1. So 4 into 3, 12 into 5 power 1. So 12 into 5, 60. So this 60 can be written as 2 square into 3 power 1 into 5 power 1. Now if we want to find out the HCF for 12 and 60, okay, I told you the definition. HCF is nothing but highest common factor. Now if you observe on the board, how to find the HCF means, first take for example, by taking these two numbers 12 and 60, we have got the factors 2 square into 3 power 1, and for 60 2 square into 3 power 1 into 5 power 1. If you observe these factors, means prime factors, if you observe these two factors, what are the common numbers here? For example, if you observe 12 and 60, which numbers are common in both 12 and 60? For example, I have taken 12 and 60. In these two, which numbers are present in common? Renditlo common gonna numbers enti? 2 ఒకటి 3 ఒకటి. 5 is not common. 5 ఇందులో లేదు చూడండి. ఓకే, 12 దగ్గర 5 లేదు, బట్ 60 దగ్గర 5 ఉంది. కానీ మనం డెఫినేషన్ ఏం చెప్పుకున్నాం? కామన్ ఫ్యాక్టర్ ఉండాలని చెప్పుకున్నాం. కాబట్టి కామన్ గా ఉన్నవి ఏమున్నాయి? 2 ఒకటి ఉంది, 3 ఒకటి ఉంది. సో ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ వీ నీడ్ టు మెన్షన్ 2 into 3. After that, okay, so first common gonna factors by తీసేయండి. Here I am not selecting 5 because 5 is not common. Okay, 5 is present only in 60 but not in 12. But in definition common should be there. So definition common ఉంది కాబట్టి I have taken only 2 and 3 because here also 2 is there, here also 2 is there, here also 3 is there, here also 3 is there. So finally I have taken 2 and 3 means 2 into 3. After that HCF ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయాలంటే ఎప్పుడు కూడా ఫస్ట్ కామన్ ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ బయటికి తీసుకొచ్చి ఆ ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ లో ఉన్నటువంటి లీస్ట్ పవర్ మనం పైన వేయాలన్నమాట. లీస్ట్ పవర్ అంటే ఏంటి? ఫస్ట్ ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఏం చెప్తాం? కామన్ గా ఉన్నటువంటి ఏమున్నాయి? 2 ఒకటి ఉంది, 3 ఒకటి ఉంది. ఫస్ట్ ఈ రెండు వేసి 2 లో లీస్ట్ పవర్ ఎక్కడి నుంచి ఉంచోండి. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ 2 power 2, ఇక్కడ కూడా 2 power 2. సో లీస్ట్ పవర్ మనకి 2 power 2 లో ఉంది కాబట్టి ఆ 2 power 2 ఇంటూ 3 లో కూడా లీస్ట్ పవర్ ఎంత ఉంది? 1 ఉంది. చూసుకోండి, అవునా కదా? ఇక్కడ 1 ఉంది, ఇక్కడ 1 ఉంది, కాబట్టి ద లీస్ట్ పవర్ విల్ బికమ్ 1. సో ఫైనల్ గా ఫస్ట్ కామన్ గా ఉన్న ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ బయటికి తీసుకొచ్చిన తర్వాత ఆ రెండు మల్టిప్లై చేసి పైన పవర్ లో ఏ పవర్ వేయాలి? లీస్ట్ పవర్ వేయాలన్నమాట. ఆ లీస్ట్ పవర్ వేసి కామన్ గా ఉన్న పవర్స్ ని కింద రాస్తే దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ ద HCF. Clear or not? So I have taken 12 and 60. So ఈ 12 60 లో కామన్ గా ఉన్న ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ అయితే 2 and 3. సో 2 into 3 వేసిన తర్వాత ఆ పైన పవర్ లో మనకి ఎలా ఇవ్వాలి, ఏం ఇవ్వాలి అని మనకి ఎలా తెలుస్తుంది అంటే ఫస్ట్ కామన్ గా ఉన్న ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ రాసిన తర్వాత 2 లో లీస్ట్ పవర్ ఎంత ఉంది అంటే ఇక్కడ 2 ఉంది, ఇక్కడ 2 ఉంది. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇక్కడ 2 ఉంది, ఇక్కడ 3 ఉంది అనుకోండి, లీస్ట్ ఏముంది? 2 దే వేయాలన్నమాట. క్లియర్? అలా కాకుండా నెక్స్ట్ 3 తీసుకున్నాం, 3 లో లీస్ట్ పవర్ ఎంత ఉంది? 1 ఉంది కాబట్టి 1 వేసాం అనమాట. సో ఫైనల్లీ 2 స్క్వేర్ అంటే ఎంతంటే 4, అవునా కదా? అండ్ అలాగే 3 power 1 అంటే 3. సో ఫైనల్లీ 2 స్క్వేర్ అంటే 4 into 3 12. సో 12 will become the HCF of 12 and 60. Is it clear or not? So that is the way in which we are going to find out the HCF. Okay, and second method is about Euclid division lemma method. So Euclid division lemma method is nothing but ఇది మనకు ఆల్రెడీ తెలిసిందే అండి. సో సిన్స్ 5th class ఇన్ డివిజన్స్ వీఆర్ ఫాలోయింగ్ వన్ రూల్, dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. The same technique we are applying here. See here, so let us take in the place of a dividend, ఏ నెంబర్ నైతే మనం డివైడ్ చేస్తామో దాన్ని మనం డివిడెండ్ అంటే లార్జెస్ట్ నెంబర్ ఏదైతే ఉందో అది మనం బ్రాకెట్స్ లో పెట్టి చేస్తాం, అవునా కదా? సో దట్ లార్జెస్ట్ నెంబర్ విల్ బికమ్ డివిడెండ్. ఆ డివిడెండ్ మనం ఏమనుకుంటాం? ఏ అనుకుంటాం. ఓకే, డివిడెండ్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు డివైజర్ ఇంటూ కోషెంట్. అంటే బి ప్లేస్ లో డివైజర్ ప్లేస్ లో ఉంది మనకి బి. డివైజర్ అంటే ఏంటండి? దేంతో డినోట్ చేస్తాం అంటే దేంతో డివైడ్ చేస్తాం. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ 14 డివైడెడ్ బై 2 ఉంది. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ 14 డివైడెడ్ బై 2 అంటే ఇక్కడ ఏ నెంబర్ దేంతో డివైడ్ అవుతుంది? ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ హియర్ లార్జెస్ట్ ఈజ్ 14. సో 14 విల్ బికమ్ ఏ. It means that dividend that is going to be divided with the smallest number 2. So that 2 will become B. It means that divisor. So dividend is equal to divisor into quotient. Quotient means 14 divided by 2. How many times? 7. So that 7 will become Q. Q means quotient. And finally 14 divided by 2, it gives the remainder 0. So finally the same format. Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus a remainder. So always we need to remember that the largest number comes under dividend, and that number which is going to be divided with that number is called a divisor, and how many times we are getting that is called quotient, and what is left over we are calling it as remainder. Clear? So finally that expression dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder can be expressed in terms of A is equal to BQ plus R. So A is nothing but dividend, B is nothing but divisor, Q is nothing but quotient, and R is nothing but divisor. And there is a condition that ఇక్కడ వచ్చినటువంటి R రిమైండర్ ఎప్పుడు కూడా ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ 1 గానీ 0 గానీ మనకు వస్తూ ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, వాట్ ఈస్ ద కండిషన్ ఆఫ్ దట్ రిమైండర్ మీన్స్ ఆర్ ఎప్పుడు కూడా మనకి బి కంటే తక్కువ ఉండాలి. బి అంటే అక్కడ ఏంటి, డివైజర్. ఏ నెంబర్స్ అయితే మనం డివైడ్ చేస్తున్నామో ఆ డివైడ్ చేసే నెంబర్కి ఎప్పుడు కూడా రిమైండర్ తక్కువే రావాలి తప్ప డివైజర్ దాటి వచ్చేయకూడదు. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ 14 డివైడెడ్ బై 2 అని చెప్తున్నప్పుడు రిమైండర్ మనకి ఎంత వచ్చింది, 2 7s 14 కాబట్టి రిమైండర్ 0 వచ్చింది. ఆ 0 అన్నది బి అంటే 2 కంటే తక్కువే కదండి. సో ఫైనల్ యూ కెన్ సే దట్ రిమైండర్ ఆల్వేస్ ఇట్ షుడ్ బి లెస్ దెన్ డివైజర్ అండ్ సమ్ టైమ్స్ దిస్ రిమైండర్ కెన్ ఆల్సో బి ఈక్వల్ టు 0. ఈక్వల్ టు 0 కెన్ అవ్వచ్చు లేదా అవ్వకపోవచ్చు లేదా అవ్వకపోవచ్చు, బట్ ద కండిషన్ ఈస్ ఆల్వేస్ ద రిమైండర్ ఇట్ షుడ్ బి లెస్ దెన్ డివైజర్, నాట్ డివిడెండ్. డివైజర్ కంటే ఎప్పుడు కూడా రిమైండర్ తక్కువే ఉండాలి. ఇట్ మీన్ దట్ ఆల్వేస్ ఆర్ వాల్యూ షుడ్ బి లెస్ దెన్ బి అండ్ సమ్ టైమ్స్ ఇన్ సమ్ కేసెస్ ఇట్ కెన్ బి ఆల్సో ఈక్వల్ to 0. So finally we can say that the equation which is in the form of A is equal to BQ plus R by satisfying the condition that R should be less than B and sometimes it can also be equal to 0. It means that 0 less than or equal to R and R less than B by satisfying A is equal to BQ plus R. That method of solving is called as the Euclid division lemma method. So in the next video class we shall focus on Euclid division lemma method. Clear? Okay, I hope it's very clear to everyone. Please have a note down. Okay, good evening, have a nice day.